Good morning and blessings. I'm Pastor Vaughn, and here's the news for Sunday, January 27th. We begin this episode with our periodic feature, Ask Harvest News. Sean Quest, he wrote his name down as Quest Sean, so I don't know if he went last name first or not. Anyways, Sean Quest of 321 Query Lane asks, why am I hearing so much about dream statements, vision statements, and core values at Harvest Church? When Harvest Church's leadership went through the Acts 2 journey about 18 months ago, our goal was to become the church Jesus wants us to be. Part of that process was to dream of what that church would look like. And those 5 dream statements are on a large banner on the left wall of our sanctuary. We developed a vision statement of who we see ourselves becoming, and Pastor Jerry is preaching a 6-part sermon series on that vision statement. And we clarified our core values. You're probably familiar with these values. For example, Harvest News comes to you each week from the Reaching, Teaching, Caring, and Sharing news desk. But what exactly do those values mean? Last week we talked about 2 of these core values. Reaching people with the message of Christ, tied in with our report on our missionaries in Tunisia, and sharing our resources with people in the name of Christ, tied into supporting the DeForest Area Food Pantry. You'll notice that reaching was in green and sharing was in blue. We continue to use the colors found in our logo to represent those core values. For example, we use red for our value, teaching people to be disciples of Christ. This value can be found in the Great Commission, and we follow that here at Harvest Church through preaching, our adult Bible study, Children's Church, our youth and children's activities, our Friday morning Bible study, and our heart groups. We are deliberately putting these statements and values in front of you as often as we can. It's even on the back of your bulletins, so that anyone who attends Harvest Church can tell someone who asks about our vision statement, or our dream statements, or our core values. Because it's not just up to the pastors, board members, and their spouses to tell the world what kind of church we are trying to be. It's your job as well. So, Sean, I hope that answers your question. It looks like somebody forgot to close the calendar door again. And we've just about run out of January. Let's check in with our church events correspondent to find out what's happening next month. Take it away, Harvest Calendar Guy.
Where in the month is Harvest Calendar Guy?
Sunday, February 3rd is shaping up to be a busy day at Harvest Church. Buddy Barrel will make his monthly visit at the 8 and 10 a.m. services. Buddy Barrel is how we get our children involved in supporting missionary efforts around the world by collecting change during the month. But if you're a grown-up, you can help Buddy Barrel too with your spare change, paper money, or checks. Harvest Church will also celebrate communion at both services. At the 10 a.m. service, Harvest Church will recognize its many volunteers during an Empowered Service celebration. One of our 5 dream statements is we dream of a church where we serve as the Holy Spirit empowers. The monthly Harvest Men's Breakfast will meet Saturday, February 9th at 8 a.m. at Roadside Grill in Windsor. What is the men's breakfast? We're men, we like breakfast, and we love God. So we meet for breakfast and we talk about how to live as authentic Christian men in today's world. We might also talk about our jobs, our cars, or our sports teams. If you want to know more about the men's breakfast, contact Pastor Vaughn. Our first session of heart groups will wrap up this month. The Tuesday night groups in DeForest and Sun Prairie will conclude February 19th, while the Friday heart group in DeForest will finish February 15th. Heart groups are small discipleship groups that meet weekly for 5 weeks at a time for study, discussion, food, and fellowship. We learn more about each other as we learn more about Jesus. For more information about heart groups, contact Pastor Kent. Harvest Church will hold its annual business meeting Sunday, February 17th after the 10 a.m. service. It's important that all registered members of Harvest Church attend, as we will be voting to re-elect a church board member, as well as report on how Harvest Church did in 2018. For information about regularly scheduled activities during the week, see the back of your bulletin. And that concludes our calendar tour for the month of February. The Harvest Calendar Guy says, join me next time. It's a date. As long as we're talking about February, who has birthdays next month? The Wisconsin and Northern Michigan District reports that 2018 was a record year for Buddy Barrel, as he collected $213,426.40 for the Boys and Girls Missionary Challenge. Last year, Harvest Church raised $2,869.39 for Buddy Barrel. So let's see. 2869.39 divided by 213,426.40. Carry the 2. Well, we helped the district set a new record. And that's all for this week's edition of Harvest News. From the Reaching, Teaching, Caring, and Sharing News Desk, this is Pastor Vaughn reminding you to love God and love people. Pastor Jerry is next.